Can't live without me. You wanna, but you can't. That's all. Hey guys, it's Ava Max, and for the past 24 days, I have been in my home quarantining, social distancing, and I hope you guys have been too. But today I'm going to have a video chat with my friends at ELLE, and they are going to ask me anything. Before we get started, you can check out my new single, Kings and Queens and Salt.
Hey, Ava.
Hello. It's so good to see you again.
I know. How's it going?
Good. Just drinking my coffee and quarantining away.
Same. I'm actually so glad that we got on this call today. This is the first day in weeks that I've put on makeup, real clothes, a bra. I tried to pull it together for you, girl, but my nails are kind of...
I wasn't going to show anyone my nails, but I broke my middle finger and I painted everything else. So basically took off my acrylic by myself. It was really hard and they still hurt because I didn't know how to do it.
Well, I'm going to need you to send me those tips because look where I'm at.
Get some acetone, dip it in there for about 2 hours.
Okay, Ava. So are you ready to get into these Ask Me Anything questions?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Question number 1. Fill in the blank. My fans would be most surprised to learn I want to record a blank record.
Ooh, R&B, like full on R&B. I love R&B music, the Fugees. I love Mary J. Blige. I love R&B. I grew up listening to a lot of Mariah Carey and R&B music and pop music, but R&B as well growing up. So,
name 2 things that you're grateful for in this moment.
The health of my family and friends, my health, and also safety, because the world is a crazy place right now. I feel like we're living in the future, and it's kind of strange that it's happening in 2020. Like, we've entered this new decade. Is this the new normal?
We are definitely living in some interesting times right now, but I want to know what 3 things are keeping you most occupied while staying home.
Writing songs, watching TV shows that I never have time to watch, and cooking. I've been cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Same. I do not like to cook at all, and I've been cooking like crazy since all of this started. Have you mastered any family recipes?
Okay, so I never make crepes. My mom is like the best at making crepes, and I actually wanted to make a healthy crepe, so I made a brown rice crepe, and I'm telling you, it tastes exactly the same. I got some healthy like chocolate spread that's not Nutella, but it's a little healthier, and like it just tastes the same like as like a regular flour and Nutella crepe. I mean, it's the best. I've been eating it a little too much, so maybe it's not that good. I should have it in moderation.
Listen, we all deserve a little sugar right now. Is there a family recipe that you're going to master now that you have all this time at home?
I really try hard not to do exactly what my mom does because she's so good at it that if I try, like I've tried before, I failed miserably. I could try making her baklava. Like every Christmas she makes a baklava and it's like very special once a year. But man, that one's hard. I can try. I do want to though.
So when you were younger, when you were baby Ava Max, what did you think you would grow up to be?
I don't know. When you're a kid, you just love to have hobbies. So I loved singing in my basement. All of my karaoke songs, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. I would sing like every song on the CD. Drive my neighbors and my parents crazy. I've always loved to sing. And as weird as that sounds to some people, like how could you know what you wanted to do at like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old? I think ever since I was little, I gravitated towards singing. And it's something that kind of was magnetic with me. Like I felt the connection immediately. And, it's a blessing and a curse because it's also like, oh my God, like I want this now. And I'm so young. Like I would just think about like the next step in my career when I was just 8. You don't know that it takes a long time. And, struggles are what lays ahead. You just think, oh, you know what? This might just happen like that. It's never like that.
Right. And you're still so young. A lot of people these days think that fame comes overnight and it's a super quick formula, but you've been working at music for as long as you can remember.
Literally. And it's funny to me when people are like, oh, so Super Psycho made you a singer overnight. And it's just not the case at all.
I think I know the answer to this. But who is your biggest cheerleader?
Oh, my mom. My mom's my biggest cheerleader. So she's always been my cheerleader since I was little. She's the one who kind of moved the whole family out when I was 14 for my singing career. I was doing a bunch of singing competitions on the East Coast, and everybody in my family thought my mom was crazy for wanting to move cross country for her daughter, but she did it. And at the time, it's funny, like no one in our family wanted to go, and including me. I was kind of nervous. I'm like, Mom, like, are you sure you want to do this? So she sold her house and we all moved cross country. So because of her, my life started changing for the better. And of course, like at the time, we didn't know it would be like a 10-year journey of ups and downs, but she's the one who started it all by moving out to California when I was 14.
Is there any advice that you've taken from your mom to help you get through this?
Yeah, I mean, my mom always brings back like when she came to America with no money. She didn't know the language. She had my brother at the time who was 6 years old. They didn't have a place to live. They didn't have pillows. They would fold their jeans as pillows for weeks. So it was like, that was a hard time, she told me. She's like, if you have to stay home and eat good food, it's okay. Like it's just going to make you a better person. So she's telling me that it's going to be okay because of what she went through.
Okay, so I've always wanted to ask this question. What's the story behind the half short, half long Ava Max haircut?
I'm going to start off by saying I just do not feel like myself when I have the same length hair now. Like I have put on wigs where it's like the same length, right? And I do not feel like myself, which is weird. It's part of my identity. And like, maybe I'll change it in a few years, but as of now, it feels like me. And I get comments all the time like, hey, are you ever going to change that haircut? And to me, the haircut resembles like having your cake and eating it too. I hated hearing growing up, like, you can't have both. You can only pick one thing. Or like, you can't, I hated that. Like as a kid, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, if I want, anything is possible. If I want two of the best things, I'll work for it and get it, right? So that's what I thought growing up, and it kind of made me irritated. So this haircut really was important to me, and I've kind of grown into it now.
Okay, we're gonna have a little fun with this next one. Fill in the blank. My favorite curse word is...
I'm allowed to say it?
Go for it. Go for it.
My favorite swear word is because you can use it in many ways. Like when you're excited, you're like really excited. And then sometimes you're like, when you're angry, you're like so you can, I know it sounds crazy, but you can use that word when you're excited, angry, sad, mad, everything, like all the things. So that word is a key ingredient in my vocabulary.
It's definitely a multi-purpose curse word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love how you summed it up in one sentence. I'm over here like Albanian and up. Like I like think in Albanian and I try and like make it in English.
What are you binge watching right now?
Ooh, I'm binge watching Ozark season 3.
Yes, I love Ozark.
Really dark. It's really dark. It's so good, and because it's done very well, like the way the actors are playing it, so real. It's so real. I mean, every TV show has like a bit of real to it, but this is like, it doesn't feel like they're actors at all.
Speaking of filming, your visual for Kings and Queens came out just a few weeks ago. What was your favorite scene to shoot?
Oh my goodness. So we shot that actually right before our president announced quarantine. So it was like a few days before we had just shot it. And then everyone just was forced to be home, right? So that one is inspired kind of by Khaleesi on Game of Thrones, because I feel like the song itself is about kings and queens and queens taking back their throne and ruling the world, right? So I wanted to feel like on a throne. I was thinking like if there was any other way to make this music video, it probably wouldn't make sense. So I really wanted to write the treatment with the director, like how it felt. Like fun, guitar scene, on a throne, like really just like straight to the point. I didn't want to go around the meaning of the song. Can't live without me. You wanna, but you can't. That's all.
Okay, so tell us about a time you had to say no at work.
I was doing a meet and greet once, and the last person in the meet and greet was being a little too touchy. And he was an older man. And I instantly was just like, I literally yelled no. I was like, no. And I like pushed him off because he was just getting a little too touchy. I'm like, that's not necessary. So I pushed him off, yelled no, and walked away. So there are instances where I do, like, I stand up for myself. And this was at the beginning of Sweet But Psycho really going. And it was like the first few months of me touring for the first time. And I didn't know what to expect. And then when this happened, I was like really concerned with my meet and greets after that. But then, I started putting some boundaries, and yeah.
I'm glad you put your foot down too. Just because you're a celebrity or a public figure doesn't mean people can have immediate access to you. Like, you need to back up, sir. What's a hobby or skill you want to master before the year is up?
I want to learn to play the guitar. And I feel like when I was younger, I used to play the piano all the time, and I never thought to play the guitar, maybe because my uncles and my dad played the piano and not the guitar. I think it's fun too. Like, I feel like when I see people play guitar and sing, it's like something you could just whip out. Like, it's not like a grand piano where you have to have it.
I know it's crazy to think about the end of the year with everything that's going on right now. But once this season of social distancing is over and we get back to a little bit of normalcy, who's the first person you want to hug?
Mom, dad, best friends. Bam, right there.
Ava, this was so much fun. It's really one of the highlights of my week. I'm so glad we got to hang out and chat, and thank you for letting me ask you anything.
Thank you so much for hanging with me and video chatting. Keep rocking out to Kings and Queens and Salt, and I hope to see you soon after this quarantine is over and everything is back to normal, hopefully. I love you guys so much. Mwah.